do you think? Good. What's going on, everybody? It's Tuesday morning, 3/13/2018, and I'm headed into work for the day. Not really much planned for today. I got a couple takeaways from a meeting that I had yesterday with my first boss, or my new boss, I should say. Met with the guy. I've worked with him before, but this is my first time with him as a boss, and I think it'll be good. I think it'll be okay. He's like basically like a work from home type of setup, and he's in like Texas or something like that. So as long as I'm not being, super micromanaged or anything like that, I think we'll be good. Looks like another nice day out. Sun's out, sun is shining, it's dry. So I thought maybe like the fuel pump or the boost leak would fix this problem, but it does not appear so. I did notice if I go to like manual mode and then go down one, you can see I'm now in 4th gear. Now it doesn't do that, so I guess it is confirmed that it's got to be the torque converter. That's what all of that I can think. So if I go back to 5th gear, see how it's oscillating? The torque converter is in a different mode. Back to 4th. There you go. I do got to fix that bad coil pack or whatever it is. Maybe do that tonight. I don't know. I'm not sure. Otherwise, maybe I'll do it tomorrow night. It won't take very long. Looks like we're only editing one night this week. So I added another $400 or $500 worth of Ether, maybe $300 or $400 to my portfolio. I guess you could say that I've always had it. I added it to my Blockfolio on my phone, and it was cool and all, but like, because my total portfolio value was under 10 grand. So when I did that, I brought it back up to 10 grand because everything's been dipping so hard. I'm now holding like 4 Ether or something like that. So this morning, it's worth almost 3 grand. Excuse me. So this morning I had the idea. I was like, well, why don't I just cash that Ether out? Because it's down another 5% today. And then, if it goes down even more, then I can just always buy back in. It's kind of like a hold type of coin for me. And then I was like, why don't I just convert it to something else that's like dirt nasty cheap? So I was looking like salt. It's like $3 or just under $3 per coin. The last time I sold some salt, it was 15 bucks. So that's 5x right there. And salt, if you guys remember, was one of those where they're lending out, they're doing like crypto collateral backed loans or something like that. So you give them your crypto, they give you a cash or whatever loan, and then you pay them back, and once you pay them back, you get your crypto back. So they supposedly they're lending out tens of millions of dollars at this point already. So they've gone live, but on their little platform they're still valuing, I believe, one salt being worth 25 bucks. So if I could pick it up for $3 and kind of hold on to that long term, I don't know, maybe like literally just cash like 1 Ether to salt. So if 1 Ether is like, let's say $600-700 bucks, that'd be like, let me think real quick. If it was like $3 a piece, that'd be like 200 salt. So that's quite a bit of coins. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe buy 1 Ether worth of salt, and then sell off the rest of my Ether and just hold on to that like US dollar cash or whatever in Coinbase or something. Yeah. And then either cash it out all the way to my bank and hold on to the cash, or, because let me think real quick. Yeah, I could basically, if I just cashed out my Ether right now, I could pay off my credit cards and be done with all that shit. Sounds good to me. And then still hold on to all my altcoins while still mining Ether. So I'll still be gaining more Ether. It's just slow going. So I'm gonna, my main concern or question that I'm gonna ask some of the crypto groups and stuff, I'm gonna say, hey, has anyone actually received a SALT loan? Or are they just sending out emails saying like, oh yeah, we're loading out money, and then, you know, people are sending in all their crypto or whatever, and they're gonna run away with it. Because I think I mentioned this weeks ago, but I really think that once everything's regulated, the coins will become like the stocks. So, you know, I believe we're still at the ground level. So the companies, or like the crypto companies that survive the regulations, they're going to be monsters in terms of value. So that's just kind of what I've been thinking about. And yeah, I mean, what's the difference between holding, you know, 4 Ether or like 200 SALT? I mean, SALT is so damn cheap that, I mean, I could literally just double my money in not very much time. I mean, all I have to do is go to like $6. Double, you know, it's worth $2,000. Double my money. When I think like that makes me want to drop all my Ether into SALT or these other alts, but we'll see. So I just gonna, I'm gonna look into that. And like I said, if I do 1 Ether to alts and cash out the rest of my Ether, I'll probably cash out about $2,000 worth. And then let me think. That should be almost enough money then that I'll have, or I'll be holding. Pay off my credit card. Then I'm done. Fucking done, dude. And excited about that. Then the next goal is a car. So I'll probably still use crypto for that too, to be honest. Technically, once they open up like the personal loans or whatever, I could use SALT lending. That's neither here nor there. But imagine doing $1,000 worth of Ether over to SALT, and then SALT goes up back to $15. That's 5x. So my grand turns into $5,000. I'm comfortable with that risk. Obviously it could go down, but dude, like every alt that I bought at the beginning of the year with my BitConnect money is worth like 70% less. So I typically like to buy low and sell high. So I'm sitting here like, it's low. It's really low. Yes, Ether's gone down, but it's gone down maybe 20-25% versus the altcoins, which have gone down. Let me think about that. So if I was sold at $15, and that's 5x. Let me think. So let me see. So right now, SALT is worth 33% of what it used to be worth. Is that right? A third, because it was 15, 10. Yeah, a third of what it was. So that, I guess that means it's gone down 72%. I'll confirm all this and stuff, but I want to make sure people are actually, you know, somebody knows somebody that's gotten a loan through SALT. And if I can get a couple people that are like, oh yeah, I've done it, or I've known somebody that does it, that's good enough for me. Whatever. I'm really now focusing on investing into coins that are legit companies, legit use cases, not fucking pie in the sky, like, oh, this is gonna make money quick. Like, no, I want, like, you know, the Googles and the Microsofts and the Apples of crypto type of thing. Sick of everyone stealing my fucking crypto, dude. That's it. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. This time change is good for the evenings, but in the mornings it sucks because it's still dark out. It'll be like that for another probably 2-3 weeks, and then it'll be fine. But it just takes that little bit of time for the days to grow long enough where it's sunny in the morning and sunny in the evening. So looking like it's going to be a good week, another good week. So that video of Grant yesterday, he came to me with this idea. He drew up schematics and everything. Excuse me, sorry. He wants to make a net gun to be able to catch leprechauns. So that's what that was about. And last night I stayed up a little bit late and was trying to figure out like the best way to do like a net gun and all that. It's something that I've always wanted to build myself. And it's not entirely too complicated. I just think he's a little bit too young for it. It's basically building like a potato cannon, and they have different ones or different designs, of course. So like you can use like compressed air or a bicycle pump to pump it up. But I think I would want to do the bicycle pump method, but I don't know if that would be powerful enough. And then if it is powerful enough, I don't think a 6-year-old needs to be wielding this cannon that could, hurt somebody. So I'm gonna have to come up with something. Maybe I was thinking maybe I could get like one of those marshmallow shooter guns, and then get like those little parachute toys, like with a little army guy with a parachute on them, and then use like the parachute or whatever as a net, and then he could shoot like those little things out, and then when it comes out, it like the parachute deploys or something. I'll have to think about that one. So we that might actually work. But like as for a legit net cannon, that's gonna be too much for a 6-year-old. So I'm gonna have to tell him that tonight, and maybe we can. I'll tell him we'll save that idea for when he's 8 or something like that. But it's definitely something that's been on my list that I've wanted to build for a long time. So that'd be cool. That'd be really cool. That's it. So that the whole premise of that was he wanted to build a net cannon to be able to catch leprechauns and then to get their gold. So, and he was gonna put the leprechauns in his backpack and trap them, and then they would take them to get their gold. I thought it was awesome. So we used to do that stuff, like design inventions. Probably like we started that like 2 years ago. So that was back when I can't remember what the deal. Oh, it was a trap to catch bats. If you guys have been watching since day one, there was a day in a video where there was a bat stuck in the back room of the house, the sunroom. I could not get the thing out. So, and I had to go to work. So what I did was I left both doors open and just prayed that the guy flew out or whatever. And I guess he did. We had like the animal control come, because they're like really big on bats. Like they want to capture any bats that are like behaving erratically or like doing stuff that they don't normally do, or that are being found in like weird places, just to make sure that they don't have like West Nile disease or whatever, stuff like that. So they were serious about it, dude. Like they looked up, so our dog, our little Boston, her name is Sophie, they like looked up like her vaccinations to make sure that she's up to date and stuff, and they like knew that info. They like figured it all out. They called me like, well, we just double checked, you guys are good on vaccinations, this and that, so your dog should be okay, and just all this stuff. And I'm like, holy shit, dude. So they took it very seriously. But back then, Grant and I were devising like a mouse trap or a bat trap type of system that had like a cage on a rope, and then the bat would land somewhere and it would drop the cage on him and stuff. So I told him and taught him back then, like, the best way to do something or to achieve or accomplish something is to have a plan. And that's to make your drawings, make your schematics, draw it out, think it out, and all that type of stuff. So when he had that just on his own yesterday, I thought that was amazing. And he had it broken into steps. So there was like 5 or 6 steps, and one on each car. So check out yesterday's video if you haven't seen it. But that's it, guys. I'm just chilling. I'm tired. So stay tuned for more. What is happening, everybody? Just getting out of work for the day and headed home. Picked up some burritos from Dead Dens, and I'm gonna stop and pick up a little bit of whiskey. Up north by my work, it was like snowing like crazy. It was almost like whiteout conditions. And here, I live about 30 minutes south, 40 minutes south. It's kind of fine. The road is wet, but it's not even snowing or anything, or no clouds in the sky. Very interesting. Alright guys, so I did follow through with what I mentioned I wanted to do this morning. I sold about 3 Ether for somewhere in the neighborhood of $2,000, and that money is just that it's parked in Coinbase, just under US dollar currently. And I did convert 1 Ether over to salt, so I got something like 228 salt, and we'll kind of see how this goes. I mean, I bought in just under $3 per coin. It's going to be a little bit of a hold before that'll be moving, I believe. Other than that, yeah, not much else going on. So, sorry guys. Let me think real quick. Yeah, that's it. So, I mean, technically I should now, or soon, or this week, have enough cash to pay off my credit card. Just debating on, you know, if I should wait a little bit longer or spend like all of my money to pay off that bill now, or what. I'll have to think about that, but at least I do have the cash in the bank, and I'm excited about that. So then, like I mentioned before, once all that's paid off, once all those bills are paid off, then I can just strictly focus on saving up for a car. So, you know, either put money in savings, or straight up just put it into crypto or something like that, and then one day just cash out all my crypto and just buy a car with it. So, or there's also the option of cashing out the crypto and putting it into paying off my 401k. That's about 17 grand. That would save me something in the neighborhood of like $800 a month or something like that. And then I could always do another 401k loan and use that to buy a car with cash, and then just pay myself back instead of financing a car. That sounds like a pretty good idea to me. So, alright, that's it guys, so stay tuned for more.